or if I sit down in sand, the legs of the chair sunk down into the ground and it became unstable, and I would fall out of the chair. Well, hey y'all, Dan here. I am obviously not out on the trail. In fact, I'm back at home. I've been working on a new video about how that our hiking equipment actually changes the way we hike. As I changed out some hiking equipment, it actually changed the very way that I go about hiking. Now, one of those things that added to my gear is a camp chair, or a hiking, backpacking chair, and it has been marvelous. The only downside to the chair was if I sat down in wet mud, or if I sat down in sand, the legs of the chair sunk down into the ground and it became unstable, and I would fall out of the chair. So looking at some different options on how to stop that, I've come up with this hack, and I'm going to try to share with you today on making my chair more stable in less stable soils. The things that you're going to need is some material, some lightweight material. A lot of folks can use Tyvek. I just had a roofing job done to my house, and they used this material as an underlayment on my roof. And I really like this stuff because I said in a previous video, the waters will actually soak down through the top of it, and then the bottom has this sort of a plastic looking material on the bottom, and that prevents the water from soaking back up through. Now, like I'm using it for a footprint or an underlayment to my tent, and when I do that, I set it this way. My tent floor sits on top of the material so that when it rains, if any water gets on this, it will soak down through, but then the bottom will prevent the water from soaking back up or percolating back up through this material and getting the bottom of my tent wet. So my tent stays a whole lot drier and it's protected. But it also is very lightweight, and it's very good for this particular hack. Here's my chair. I have an REI. It's a very lightweight 1 pound chair. Really like this chair. The ground sheet is cut to 11 by 13 inches. And then I've cut 4 little corners. These are 2 by 2 strips. And what I'm doing with these is I'm reinforcing the corners to make pockets where the feet of the chair will go into. So I'm setting this here on the side like this. And I'm taking about a 4-inch strip of duct tape, put it right here on the outside to reinforce this corner. And fold it around to the back, just like that. Okay. I'll take another piece and I'll use that to come along this edge, and I'll seal this edge off with the duct tape. So, and then when it's done, it will look like this. There'll be a little pocket where the foot of the chair can go into. Now, I'm going to make 4 of these pockets, but it's not done yet. And I'll come back to you and show you the rest of it. Okay, so I've made all 4 corners. I took the little 2-inch squares of this material and I put them inside the duct tape just to reinforce these corners, and then I taped it and then reinforced it on the back as well. So this is the basic thing. I'll take this and I fold this flap over just to give it an edge of the material. I don't know if that really helps or not, but I think it might. So when you look at these other edges, you'll see that material is just sort of folded over rather than just having the tape there. Now, the final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take more duct tape, and you may be tempted to skip this step, but I suggest that you really need to do it. I'm going to reinforce all the edges with duct tape, just a thin piece of duct tape around these edges. And what that does, besides just strengthening the material, It also keeps it from stretching out and losing the tension over time. So let me put that duct tape on it. I'll finish this product. I'll come back, put it on the chair, and let you see what it looks like. So here's the finished product. I've reinforced all the sides with duct tape. Reinforced the back, and I have these little pockets that are here, and they fit into the feet of the chair. Let me show you the chair with it on it. There it is. Very simple design. The pockets, the feet just set down in the pockets. And then when you sit on sand or mud or any loose soil that the chair would typically sink into, that footprint distributes the weight across it and keeps it from sinking. Well, that's my hack for this. You can buy these ground cloths, these footprints, if you want. I think they cost $20 to $30. The material for this was probably $2 for the duct tape, and then if you use Tyvek. What a great piece of gear. Call it a luxury item, but I'll tell you, my back is so appreciative. Very simple to put up, puts up in a matter of seconds. Very lightweight and very strong and durable. I know there's other chairs out there, some less expensive, some more expensive, whatever, but this one weighs a pound and has done well for me on the last 2 hikes.